to another product review from the March South. Today we have the Avian-X Power Swimmer. I'm going to try and keep this video short, sweet, to the point, so that it's as condensed and information packed as possible, and I'm not rambling. I've tended to do that in the last couple of reviews, so I'm going to kind of curb myself here and try and keep this short and sweet. So without much further ado, I'll just jump right into the disclosure. So I do not have any relationship with Avian-X. I purchased everything you see on the table with my own money. I don't have any sponsors, so this is all done of my own free will. There's no one in the background asking me to do this. I found this product and I was interested in it, and I got a gift card from a friend of mine, and so I decided that I was going to pick one of these decoys up. And so far I haven't been disappointed. I will say that just to round out some of the swimming decoy reviews, I will be doing another review on the Wonder Duck natural skimmer soon. I've had that for a while, and I'm gonna put it up on the score here in a minute. You'll see me compare that back to this decoy here in a minute, so that we have something to compare to, like I have in my last couple of videos. But I will actually do a full video, and I've produced the full score because I'm only going to show part of the score today. So look forward to the Wonder Duck decoy video here in the soon. Now I'll put up again the banner that has my score here, and we'll just start jumping right into the scores. So cost score is the 3.9. Initial quality is a 3.0. Durability is blank because I just bought this. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know how well it's going to do, and so that score is going to remain blank until probably after this season, maybe sometime next season. This is a living document. It'll get updated. Performance is a 3.5. Appearance is a 4, and feature score is a 4, with a total being of 3.7. And I'll justify those scores here in a minute, but I did want to kind of get into what you're getting when you buy this decoy. So what you get is a decoy with this plastic bottom here with a cover. Now I'm going to take this cover off so that we kind of see some of the guts in here, because that's important for some of the feature scores here in a minute, and helps kind of explain how this decoy works. Because I've seen online some people curious about why it doesn't have a power button, and it's because it doesn't really need one. The button in here is actually for intermittent versus continuous mode, which is important for battery conservation, and I also think that the intermittent mode is better for more natural swimming motion. So if this thing is on the continuous mode, it'll eventually kind of spin itself around in a circle if there's not enough wave action and or wind. So the intermittent mode will at least kind of randomly make the motion go back and forth, rather than just kind of it going around in a circle. So I think that's awesome. Now the two electrodes here are actually the power button. So as soon as you put this in the water and the water bridges this connection, it turns on the motor. And so that means that you can never really, unless there's water stuck in here or something that's touching those two electrical contacts, that it will turn itself off once you pull it out of the water. So that way, I've left this decoy on a couple of times after a hunt and drained the battery. And depending on the battery type, that might be a problem, because then you're buying an entirely new battery. So cool feature, really like that. The charging port's got a nice cover on it so that this stays, nice and secure. You're not going to have water sitting in there. You don't have to let it dry out before you plug anything into it, which is nice. Just don't forget to make sure that stays on there. The only negative that I can see from this design is just, there's a filter here for the impeller in this pump, but it will get clogged. They do give you a screwdriver, but I wouldn't want to take this cover off in the field. You're gonna have to fish the stuff out, and hopefully you get it all out. It probably shouldn't be too bad, but at the same time, you can take this cover off to service it if you really need to. I just would not do that in the field. And they do give you a screwdriver that comes with the manual, so at least they give you something to get that off, and hopefully clean it out. but hopefully you don't need to do that in the field. I mean, this filter looks like it'll do a pretty good job, but we'll see long term how all that works out. All right, so that's the inside there. Get this back on here really quick, and then I'll just keep talking while I get this all cinched back down. The other thing that comes with this decoy is a little rig to attach 2 other decoys to it. Now, while this is a good idea, it doesn't really work out very well in reality. I did some of my own testing with this, and what I found is because this isn't rigid, the decoys just kind of bump into each other no matter what mode you're on. So this is a nice idea, but I don't really see it as super practical. The swivels are nice though, so those are useful for something. But I mean, this isn't an okay idea, but bad execution in my opinion. So I'll show you some of the video from that, and you can see the decoys just kind of bump into each other. And you get all of this for $149.99. And this seems to be, I want to call it the average for the segment of decoys. You know, the lowest one is actually that Wonder Duck at $129.95, which is why that Wonder Duck gets a 5. And this is slightly better than average, lower than average. So we're at a 3.9 in terms of cost score. So, I mean, the price point isn't terrible. You're getting what I believe to be a reasonable deal here. Maybe you'll find them online for cheaper, but at least it's not the Lucky Duck Super, because oh my god, $220 for a single decoy. That thing had better be able to tow like a dozen decoys. I say that facetiously. I don't think it really has to, but oh man, $220, like, that's a tall order. That's a very expensive singular decoy. I mean, even this at 150 bucks is really, you know, sometimes I look at it and I go, do we really need to be that expensive for one decoy? And I think the answer is the only way that it's really valuable to keep buying these is if you can get 1 or 2 other decoys to swim along with it. But I don't think this is the answer. I think it has to be rigid. I have something that I'm going to test out on my next hunt, and we'll see how it compares to this. But we'll leave that for a future video. Performance. So performance-wise, I did some basic testing on this, and I had it run for about 6 hours. And I say about 6 hours because I don't know exactly how long it ran for. You know, it's one of those, put it in a bucket of water, walk away, and then check it periodically. So I don't know exactly when it turned off. It was approximately 6 hours of runtime on continuous mode. So you should be able to get a little bit longer runtime in the intermittent mode. So, I mean, 6 hours is pretty good. I don't know exactly what the battery capacity on this thing is. I didn't look up how many milliamp hours it is, but that's even if you left it on the entire hunt in the morning, you would have you'd be able to use it. Now, you would need to charge it, and so I figured out I did charge it and see how long it would take to charge it, and it took approximately 3 hours to charge from dead to full. And again, that was one of those things where I plugged it in and I walked away and I came back and I walked away and I came back. So it may not be completely like a super accurate number. So it's approximately 3 hours to get a full charge, which really isn't terrible. So I mean, from the electrical standpoint, I think this is pretty solid. Now, in terms of overall power of this, I don't know how many decoys this is actually going to pull around. So I gave it a 3.5 because I don't know if this is really powerful enough to tow as many decoys as I would like to get more than just the motion of this decoy. So maybe the score will get corrected up once I take it out and try it out with something a little better than this little daisy chain rig. But I mean, from my initial thoughts on it, it doesn't seem like you know, it's quite as strong as I'd like it to be. But maybe that's not the point. Maybe it'll be fine. So the initial quality scores and the durability scores I kind of skimmed over, but I mean, it came out of the box fine, so I got a 3. And again, durability is a long-term thing, so I kind of need to actually put it in the field. And the only thing that I have for reservation is this decoy loop. It's made on this cover, so at least this cover is replaceable, but I'm not sure how long this is going to last. It's pretty thick, like width-wise, but I mean, the plastic feels like it might get brittle when it's cold. So this is the only weak point that I potentially see, and maybe that one's fine too. But my only reservation for durability, and we just went through performance, so my only reservation is what I believe to be the power of this decoy. Now, appearance. I think this decoy looks great. It's got great detail in the feathers. It's got good paint scheme. It seems to be, really well done. I mean, Avian-X does a pretty good job of, cleaning up their decoys and making sure that these decoys look great. I mean, it's not fully flocked, but I mean, this is a really good looking decoy, even though it's not fully flocked. So I think that, for appearance, this gets a 4. And the feature score, I gave it a 4 because of the intermittent power feature and the chain rig, because at least they're basically kind of hinting out how you should be using this. Don't use it as a singular motion decoy, use it to get other decoys moving. And the intermittent feature, I think, is honestly going to get you the best performance out of this decoy. So I'm glad that they included it. The power on, power off, in and out of water, like you don't have to worry about a button, which is nice. All you need to do is just make sure that those contacts aren't being touched by something that may get in here that bridges that, and it'll turn off and it'll run just fine. So honestly, I feel pretty confident in that 3.7 for this decoy. But you guys should let me know what your thoughts are on this decoy and on any other product that I review. Let me know if you think that I got my scores wrong, and comment, like, subscribe, share. Let's talk about this, because at the end of the day, this is just my experience is based upon an exhaustive sample size of 1. So if you guys have any other experience, let me know. And, excuse me, getting over a bit of a head cold, so I don't think you guys need to hear my sneezing fits from seasonal allergies and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I think that this is a great decoy. It looks good. It performs pretty well so far. We'll see what the long-term durability score is, but I'd like some people to share their experiences with this, or any other decoy that I review for that matter. So whenever you see this, just leave a comment, tell me what your experience is with these, and then let me know what you think of this. I'm going to be doing future videos on this, I guess you could say, use case for these decoys, and also that Wonder Duck. So look forward to those couple of things in the future. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.